So hey guys and welcome back to my channel. So here's our another video on equilibrium of bodies, and we will also be discussing about principle of moment, and I'll also let you know that what are the numericals that are included in your syllabus because many of them are reduced. So yeah, so first we will deal with equilibrium of bodies. Okay, so guys, in this topic, as far as I know, kinds of equilibrium are not included. Okay, yeah, we have read that when a force acts on a body, it can produce translational if the body is free to move, or can produce rotational if the body is fixed at a point. But it is possible to apply a number of force to a move such that first the resultant of all the force is zero, so that they do not change the state of rest or the state of motion of the body. Second, the algebraic sum of the moment of all the forces above the fixed point is zero, so that they do not change the rotational state of the body. Then the body is said to be in equilibrium. Okay, so these are the two circumstances when a body is said to be in equilibrium: when the resultant force is zero and when the algebraic sum of both the forces is also zero. Okay, so this is included in your syllabus and you need to know this, and this is the basic definition of equilibrium. Okay, so when a number of forces acting on a body produce no change in state of rest or of linear or rotational motion, the body is said to be in equilibrium. तो इक्विलिब्रियम में होता क्या है, जैसे कि हम दो फोर्स लगा रहे हैं, इक्वल है और वो ऑपोजिट है, पर अगर दोनों अलग अलग डायरेक्शन में एक ही बॉडी पे लग रहे हैं तो उससे कोई भी रिजल्ट तो आएगा नहीं. वैसे तो ये काइंड ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम आपके सिलेबस में है नहीं, बट आई जस्ट लेट यू नो कि एक एग्जांपल से कि वो क्या होता है. जैसे कि एक फोर्स इस डायरेक्शन में लग रहा है और एक फोर्स इस डायरेक्शन में लग रहा है, दोनों एक दूसरे को बैलेंस कर लेंगे तो फिर जो नेट फोर्स होगा वो जीरो हो जाएगा, तो बॉडी मूव ही नहीं करेगी. ओके, वो यहाँ पर बता रखा है कि ना तो उससे रोटेशनल मोशन होगा ना उससे लीनियर या फिर ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन होगा. And guys, dynamic equilibrium is also not included in your syllabus, but conditions of equilibrium are there. Okay, from the above examples, we haven't read the examples. Okay, so I'll just straight start from the first point. The resultant of all the forces acting on the body should be zero. This happens in the case of translational motion. Okay, you can write in bracket translational motion. And for the second point, this will happen in case of rotational motion. तो जब हम ट्रांसलेशन मोशन में क्या होता है, जो रिजल्टेंट फोर्स होता है ना दोनों बॉडी पे जो लगता है वो जीरो आता है. और जब हम रोटेशन में होता है तो क्योंकि एक एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, एक क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, तो फिर जो उनका एल्जेब्रिक सम होता है वो जीरो होता है. ओके, एक में रिजल्टेंट फोर्स रिड्यूस होगा और दूसरे में एल्जेब्रिक सम. द एल्जेब्रिक सम ऑफ मोमेंट ऑफ ऑल द फोर्सेस एक्टिंग ऑन द बॉडी अबाउट द पॉइंट शुड बी zero. These are the two definitions that you need to know. The sum of the anti-clockwise moment about the axis of rotation must be equal to the sum of the clockwise moment. This happens in the case of rotational. I can't write like whole definition over here. Okay, it's very hard to write. So yeah. Then we will come to principle of moment. So what basically is principle of moment? If the sum of anti-clockwise moment is equal to the sum of clockwise moment, okay, then that condition is said to be principle of moment. इसके आपके पूरे के पूरे न्यूमेरिकल्स दे आर बेस्ड ऑन प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मोमेंट ओनली. और यहाँ पर है कि वेरिफिकेशन है. आई जस्ट लेट यू नो ब्रीफली. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन दैट अराइजेस ओवर हेयर इज द फिजिकल बीम वर्क्स ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मूवमेंट. ओके, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Like a question is there in your Selena, that which is the instrument that works on. So yeah guys, and now I will show you the question that I'm talking about. It's question number 24. See this one. Yeah, state the principle of moment. I think now you know the principle of moment. It is the sum of the anti-clockwise movement is equal to the sum of the clockwise movement. And give one device as application of it. Okay, so many of you will not be able to tell this. Okay, so pay attention. The answer will be physical balance, as I have already told you. So yeah, guys, and now clockwise movement of W1 about the point O is equal to W1 into L1. Okay, the distance over here. This is W1 into L1. Anti-clockwise moment of weight W2 about the point W2 into L2. In equilibrium, when the meter rule is horizontal, it is found that W1 into L1 is equal to W2 into L2. This is the clockwise moment, while this is the anti-clockwise moment, which verifies the principle of moment. So guys, many of you will be confused that which one is clockwise and which will be anti-clockwise. Okay. So yeah, it's given in your book only. See, yeah, like this is your book. And have you seen a clock? It moves like this. This. Okay. In anti-clockwise, it moves like this. Okay. Yes. So we are done with the first unit. And I would like to discuss some more examples that I think I have left out. We have done this example of the door, and many more things I think we have already done, and some are even reduced. Okay, so yeah, I think we have covered all the topics. I have cross-checked them even. Okay, so now I'll tell you according to a reduced syllabus what are the numericals that you need to do and that are important. So the first one over here is this one. So first I will just make you mark and then I will explain to you. Second one, third one. These are from the examples and from the exercise you need to do. I will also be sharing the PDF with you. Okay. You can do the fourth question. Then you can do the eighth one. Even the 14th one that we will be discussing here only in this session only. Don't get worried about it. Okay. And in the next session, we will start with center of gravity, which will hardly take any minute. Okay. It's like very easy, super duper easy. So yeah, now I'll just show you the new PDF that I have made for your numericals and we will be discussing them. So yeah guys, these are the notes that I personally follow and if you want them just let me know, I'll give it to you. So इसमें मैंने सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस लिख रखे हैं जो जो इम्पोर्टेंट है फॉर यू गाइज ओनली और अगर चाहिए तो प्लीज कमेंट करो आई गिव इट टू यू ओके तो ये है जो हम करने वाले हैं सो न्यूमेरिकल्स बेस्ड ऑन फोर्स a body is pivoted at a point. A force of 10 Newton is applied at a distance of 30 centimeter from the pivot. Calculate the moment of force about the pivot. Okay, so the distance that we are given is 30 centimeter. I think I wrote that wrong. Should be D. Distance is equal to 30 centimeter. And then if distance is 30, then we will change it to meter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. आई थिंक ये कॉन्सेप्ट आप सबके दिमाग में क्लियर होगा अब तक तो आईसीएससी वालों के में तो होना ही चाहिए ओके यस एंड 1 centimeter equals to 1/100 meter. तो गाइस ये मैंने थोड़ा रफली लिखा है, मेरी हैंडराइटिंग आप देख सकते हो ऐसी बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। ओके, सो प्लीज डोंट जज मी। तो now when we will change it, we will get 0.3 meters. Okay, and then it will be 3 newton meter. The force that we are given over here is 10 newton, because a force of 10 newton is applied at a distance of 30 centimeter. Okay, the most important thing that you need to note is that the distance should always be in meters, never in centimeter, millimeter, kilometer, kahin nahi. It should always be in the standard form in the SI unit. Okay, so the answer is 3 newton meter. The moment of force of 5 newton about a point P is 2 newton meter. Calculate the distance of point of application of force about the point P. Given moment of force is 2 newton meter and force is 5 newton. Okay, so the force that we are given over here is 5 newton meter, while the while the torque, that tau. Okay, so I think I can show you how is tau represented. It's like this, tau. T होता है ना, we like write T like this, बस उसमें थोड़ा सा ऐसे curve होता है, and then we call it tau. Okay, so we are given with principle of moment and the force, and we need to find the distance. So we have accepted it in r meter. Okay, it's like up to you. R is equal to 2 by 5 is equal to 0.4 meter. Okay, for the next. A mechanic can open a nut by applying a force of 150 Newton while he uses a lever handle of length 40 centimeter. How long a handle is required if he wants to open it by applying a force of only 50 Newton? Okay, so like we have given with two cases. In the first case, the force given is 150 Newton and the distance is given in centimeters. So again, we will use that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. So we will change 40 centimeter into 0.4 meter. So the moment of force that is required to open it is equal to 150 Newton into 0.4 meters, and that will be equal to 60 Newton meter. So how will we do it? We will expand it from 0.4 to 4 by 10, and we will cancel the zeros, and then we will get 60. Okay, while in the second case he uses the handle of L meter length, we don't know the length. Okay, so from equation 1, we will use equation 1 also. The moment of force over here will be 50 Newton into L meter is equal to 50 L Newton meter. From equation 1 and 2, 5 L is equal to 60, L is equal to 60 by 50. It will be 1.2 meter. Okay, I think right now we have covered the first three examples that I just told you about. You can go through them. If you have any doubts, please comment. I am waiting for your comment. Okay, yes, and yeah. तो अभी हमने 3 कर लिए हैं. Now we will be doing the fourth one. So I've also made the diagram for you. Okay, a uniform meter rule is pivoted at the midpoint. A weight of 50 gf is suspended at one end of it. Where should a weight of 600 gf be suspended to keep the rule horizontal? Okay, now you need to understand the question. Okay, there is a uniform meter rule. तो 1 मीटर में कितने सेंटीमीटर होते हैं? 100 सेंटीमीटर. तो एक यूनिफॉर्म मीटर रूल है, तो मीटर में वो 1 मीटर ही तो नहीं होगा ना, उसके अंदर 100 डिविजन होंगे. सो आई हैव टेकन इट एज 100 सेंटीमीटर. ओके, मैंने यहाँ लिख रखा है 100 सेंटीमीटर, जो कि पूरे टोटल डिविजन हो रखे हैं यहाँ पे. और उसका मिड पॉइंट क्या होगा? 100 का बीच को क्या होता है? इट्स 50. एंड अ वेट ऑफ 50 सस्पेंडेड एट इट्स वन एंड. मैंने भी एक 50 ग्राम का वेट सस्पेंड कर दिया है. where should a weight of 100 gf be suspended to keep the rule हॉरिजॉन्टल, ओके, बैलेंस और हॉरिजॉन्टल. तो ये हमें 100 जीएफ है, ये इसका और इसका डिस्टेंस कितना होगा, इट विल बी 50. ये तो आपको कॉमन सेंस थोड़ा यूज करना पड़ेगा. ओके, दिस थिंग आई कांट डू फॉर यू. एंड देन this will be x centimeter because I really don't know what is the distance. So according to the principle of moment, anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. 50 into 50 is equal to 100 into x. It will be 2500 is equal to 100x. So now I think आपको linear equation solve करनी आती होगी. X is equal to 2500 by 100. 0 से 0 दोनों कट गए हैं. And then I will get 25 centimeter. Hence the weight of 100 gram force should be balanced at a distance of 25 centimeter from the pivot point. एंड गाइज मैं आपको वापस मैंने अपनी पिछली वीडियो में भी ये कहा है, अगर आपने नहीं देखी है तो गाइज प्लीज गो एंड वॉच इट. पाइवेट, hinge and axis of rotation are both the same words, okay, they are other than the same thing. So yeah, some more numericals are left. As you can see, only 2 pages. Okay, it won't take a lot of time, and I will highly recommend you to note them down in your notebook. And if you want the PDF, just let me know. क्योंकि अगर आपको नहीं चाहिए, then why will I give it? अगर यूज ही नहीं है आपको कोई, okay. सो नाउ वी विल डू क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. तो मैंने क्वेश्चंस जो मैंने 5 6 लिख रखे हैं, बट मैंने ऑर्डर वो उसी में कर रखा है जिसमें मैंने आपको बता रखा है. ओके, यस, और आप अपने बुक में मैच करके देख सकते हो कि मैंने कौन सा क्वेश्चन कर रखा है. और आई विल इवन लेट यू नो इफ यू वांट. So a uniform meter rule balances horizontally on a knife edge placed at 58 centimeter when a weight of 20 gf is suspended from one end. Okay? Yes. So we will just draw a diagram. तो 58 सेंटीमीटर पे उसका पाइवेट बन गया है, बट पाइवेट होना कहाँ चाहिए था, इट शुड बी एट 50 सेंटीमीटर, क्योंकि मिड पॉइंट को हम ज्यादातर पाइवेट बनाते हैं. ओके, pivot is also fulcrum, I think so. Yeah. Okay. And a weight of 20 gf, I have suspended it. And so the distance you can take it out, 100 minus 58 will be 42. 100 minus 58. मतलब बहुत लोगों को क्वेश्चन आएगा कि 42 कहाँ से आ गया. 42 इसलिए आया क्योंकि जब फल्क्रम मेरा 58 पे है, इतना मेरा डिस्टेंस हो रहा है, तो आई कैन ऑटोमेटिकली टेक इट आउट. 100 minus 58, दैट विल बी 42 सेंटीमीटर्स. ओके, कीप दिस थिंग इन योर हेड. These are very common things. And yeah. So I have drawn one diagram over here. So the question arises that what is the weight of the rule? So according to the principle of moment, W into 8, anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. This thing is very prominent. Okay, you need to write this and this thing. This will carry 1 mark, this will carry 1 mark, and this will carry 2 mark. अगर आपका क्वेश्चन 4 नंबर का है तो, और अगर वो 2 मार्क्स का भी है तो दिस विल कैरी हाफ मार्क्स, दिस विल ऑल्सो कैरी हाफ मार्क्स, एंड दिस विल कैरी 1 मार्क्स. तो ये जो लाइंस है इनको लिखने का क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है, आई थिंक ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. मतलब आपने पूरा अच्छे से कर दिया और आपने ये लाइन ही नहीं लिखी तो आधे ही नंबर मिलने वाले हैं. ओके, सो W इंटू 8 इज इक्वल टू 42 इंटू 20. ये मैंने यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई किया. अगर आप मल्टीप्लाई करें बिना भी उन्हें कैंसिल कर देते तो भी रिजल्ट सेम ही आता. सो W इज इक्वल टू 840 by 8, and then you will get 105 GF. So now we have question number 6, and 3 questions are there which we will be doing right away. Okay, and the total moment of the two forces about O is equal to 12 minus 10 Newton meter. It will be 2 Newton meter. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. And I think I should explain this question also, because many of you can have doubt in this one. When a boy weighing 20 kg sits at one end of a 4-meter long seesaw, it gets depressed at this end. How can it be brought to horizontal position by a man weighing 10 kgf? So study the diagram over here. I've already made it, and we will using the same principle of movement. Anti-clockwise movement is equal to clockwise movement. 20 into 2, it will be 40, and on the other side also it will be 40x. And when we will cancel it, we will get 1 meter. So yeah, these notes are for you guys only. If you want it, just let me know in the comment section. And that's it for today's video. And if you haven't watched a previous video on the chapter 4, please go and watch it. Then only you will be able to get through the concepts. Okay. And yeah. So thank you guys. Please like, share and subscribe. अपने दोस्तों के साथ भी share करो, so that they can also get good marks in their ICSE 10th class exam. And thank you.